Justin Trudeau, I think, made one of the biggest mistakes of his career when he attacked the United States of America, saying that they have gotten in the way of progress because they have not elected a female candidate for president twice. This is logically incoherent and incredibly irresponsible. First of all, the populace doesn't have an obligation to vote for somebody based on an identity characteristic. Blue eyes, one leg, tan skin, sexuality, gender, or religion. The population votes for who they think is the best candidate for their future. And to say that because you didn't vote for somebody who was this characteristic makes you sexist is functionally retarded. And it alienates the whole United States against Canada. The United States overwhelmingly voted Trump into power, right? You have to accept that. To say that they are sexist or getting in the way of progress because they didn't pick a candidate just based on gender at the expense of considering capability and quality and whether or not that person actually represented what the people wanted. She was not elected to that candidacy. We judge a party by the quality of the candidate they put forward and the vision that they can share. Kamala Harris was terrified to go on Joe Rogan. I don't think you can be the president if you can't have a 3-hour conversation with an intelligent person who's interviewed some of the top thinkers in the world. If you're scared of that, you're not ready for the job. That doesn't make the people who didn't vote for her sexist. It makes them analytical. They made a decision that, and currently Trump, the majority of the population thinks he's going to do a great job. So what's the point of attacking the United States like that? Alienating them, alienating a large segment of the population and attacking them. It's because Trudeau is a petulant little baby who was humiliated in Lago. Going to Lago was not a leaf in his feather, as many people think. And for people who think that, I encourage you to read 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, one of the best books I've ever read, to explain how the world really works as opposed to how you want it to work. Trudeau was invited to Lago, right? After, when Trump had lost, Trudeau had taken some really stupid and immature shots at him, kind of gloating at his loss. Now Trump wins. He says, I'm going to put a 25% tariff on you. The media panics. And then an invitation goes out to Trudeau saying, hey, come down to Mar-a-Lago. His aides go, oh my God, that'll make us look important. They don't understand how Trump wields power. Trudeau now comes down to Mar-a-Lago. He's not invited to stay over at his resort, which is where his friends, family, and allies stay. He stays at a hotel close to Mar-a-Lago. But then he goes into the resort, which is 1,000% Trump country. Everybody who works there is absolutely a giant fan of him. He goes into a giant dinner. Trudeau and his small team are isolated. And at every step, they see that he's isolated, that they think low of him. It was a beautiful power play to surround a petulant neighbor who took shots at you to show you there is a new big dog in town and you're in trouble. And Trudeau tried to smile for the pictures, but it was a masterful class on wielding power. And then as soon as Trudeau goes back home and people are like, he saw Trump, Trump says, if Trudeau can't handle it, maybe Canada can become the 51st state. That was a plan from the beginning. It was a plan to show the people of Canada that Trudeau is not considered a strong leader. And for the media and these Twitter bots that think that he is, like, wake up. There is no leader in the world that thinks this guy's a strong leader, except for maybe Macron, because they might have like a very close relationship. But then Trudeau responds to the abject humiliation by going to his safe space and behind a microphone attacking people for not subscribing to identity politics. It is a tactical error in response to his humiliation. It is a strategic disaster for Canada. We need to be aligned with the United States. They're about to see a resurgence of economic efficiency and growth like we haven't seen before. You can just see it by who's being appointed into key positions of government. Whether you agree with their politics or not, getting government out of the way of industry and the economy makes things go a lot faster. There is going to be a lot of dynamic growth in the United States. Canadians should enjoy that by having a good partnership with them, and we should not tolerate our Prime Minister attacking the populace of a country on logically inexcusable premises that say you have to vote somebody because of what they look like, where they come from, or their sex. It's nonsense, it's disgraceful, and I'd love to see more people speaking out about it because I think it affects all of our future. Until next time.